일본 상인은 2030년 부산 엑스포 유치 실현을 위해 적극 협력한다고 밝혔습니다.
The Chambers of Commerce of South Korea and Japan agreed to work together for the successful hosting of the Osaka Kansai World Expo in 2025 and for Busan's bid for the expo in 2030. In a joint statement, they said the Korean Chamber of Commerce will actively participate and cooperate for the successful hosting of the 2025 Osaka Kansai Expo, and the Japanese Chamber will actively cooperate for the realization of the 2030 Busan Expo.
부산의 소규모 복지시설의 급식관리 지원시설이 오는 7월 추가로 설치됩니다. 부산시는 동의과학대 산학협력단을 운영수탁기관으로 선정하고 오는 7월 1일 부산 진구 사회복지급식관리지원센터를 개소할 예정입니다. 지원센터는 소규모 복지시설에 전문 영양사를 보내 위생과 영양관리를 지도하고 맞춤형 식단 짜기, 식생활 교육 등을 지원합니다.
In July, an additional facility will open in Busan to support meal management for small-scale welfare facilities. First, the center sends professional nutritionists to small-scale welfare facilities to guide hygiene and nutrition management and provide dietary education.
부산시와 한국장기조직기증원이 장기기증 활성화를 위해 힘을 모으기로 했습니다. 양측은 장기 등 인체조직 기증자와 유족 지원 사업, 생명 나눔 관련 교육과 캠페인을 비롯한 홍보 사업, 관련 기관과의 협조체제 구축 등을 위해 협력할 방침입니다.
Busan City and the Korea Organ and Tissue Donation Agency have agreed to join forces to promote organ donation. Both sides agreed to cooperate for the support of organ and human tissue donors and bereaved families, promotional activities including education and campaigns, and the establishment of a cooperation system with related organizations.
개장 후 2달 만에 누수로 인해 휴장에 들어갔던 국내 최대 규모인 기장 실내 수영장이 10개월여 만에 재개장합니다. 정관 아쿠아 드림파크는 오는 20일부터 시범 운영 후 7월 1일 정식 개장할 예정입니다. 기장군은 기계실 침수 당시 사고 원인 조사 자문 용역을 벌여 일부 설계와 시공에 오류가 있었다고 밝혔습니다.
The Cheongwan Aqua Dream Park in Kijang County will reopen after 10 months of closing due to flooding in the engine room. Kijang County announced today that the park will undergo a test run starting on the 20th and officially open on July 1st. At the time of the flooding, the county commissioned an advisory service to investigate the cause of the leakage and found defects in the design and installation.
2023년도 제2회 초중 고졸 검정고시가 오는 8월 10일 치러집니다. 현장 원서 접수는 6월 26일부터 30일까지 시교육청에서 진행하고 온라인 접수는 29일 오후 6시까지 진행됩니다.
The second elementary, middle, and high school general equivalency diploma GED exam for 2023 will be held on August 10th. On-site registration will take place from the 26th to the 30th at the Education Office, and online registration will be open until 6 p.m. on the 29th.
끝으로 날씨입니다. 주말 부산 지방은 대체로 맑겠고 아침 기온 18도, 낮 최고 기온 26도로 예상됩니다. 부산의 현재 기온 25도입니다.
Busan's weekend temperatures will be overall clear with morning temperatures expected at 18 degrees Celsius and afternoon highs at 26 degrees Celsius. Temperatures are currently averaging at 25 degrees Celsius. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. I'm Annie Munn.
홍정화였습니다.
Thank you for joining. You are listening to BEFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
9년 전 한국에서의 새로운 출발을 위해 부산을 처음 찾은 프랭크. 부산의 자연과 사람, 부산에서 누리는 모든 것을 사랑하는 그는 부산의 변함없는 한대에 늘 감탄합니다.
I think that Busan people are actually very, very kind and very welcoming. If I seemed a little lost, there was always someone that was there to ask me if I needed help. They're more seriously friendly than it's very serious. I very seriously want to help you.
부산의 한결같은 모습도 늘 감동을 주지만 이제는 부산의 미래를 꿈꾸며 2030년 부산의 새로운 도약을 기대합니다.
Busan people are very proud of their city. They want to share the city with everyone. If we get the World Expo, it'll really put Busan on a global map.
세계 박람회가 어울리는 도시, 미래를 향한 힘찬 도약. 부산에서 출발한 파도는 이미 세계를 향해 뻗어 나가고 있습니다. 2030 부산 세계 박람회. 부산이 시작하고 대한민국이 함께 이뤄갑니다. 이 캠페인은 지역과 함께하는 든든한 동반자 BNK 부산은행과 함께합니다.
Coming up next is Inside Out Busan with Laura McLucky and Min Soo Shin. BFM 부산영어방송.
Hello, hello, good evening and welcome to Friday here at Inside Out Busan. Do you know that everything you do is a reflection of you as a person? Well, it also turns out that the way you eat can also reflect your true self.
So listeners, are you a fast eater or a slow eater? I'm quite a slow eater. And the reason why is, I don't know, I tend to want to be in control of my meal, right? And I know how to appreciate life because I'm appreciating that meal I'm eating.
I see. People who eat quickly tend to be more goal-oriented or competitive. They tend to be ambitious, impatient. That's really me. I just gobbled down a donut before we went on.
See, I savor that donut, right? Now, people who love to try new foods are more adventurous and likely to exhibit anxiety and neuroticism? Neuroticism, sorry. So, listeners, which one are you?
Oh, you are what you eat, or you are who you eat. Wait, that's not what I meant. You can't eat other people. This is Inside Out Busan. I'm Laura McLucky.
And I'm Min Soo Shin, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You are who you eat. No, you are
What you eat.
who you are is how you eat.
I
You
guess-
are how you eat.
I
is
guess
what I meant to
when
say.
it comes to the meaning of our opening, yeah,
You are how you eat.
you are how you eat.
But it's true though. What you do is a reflection of who you are as a person.
맞아요.
And so I tend to focus on little things or inconsistencies that I tell people that are completely true from my side because I've just, blah, blah, said them.
Yeah.
But that may be perceived as untruths from the other side. And it's like things, for example, today, I was on a phone to someone and I missed their call completely, just really genuinely missed a call.
Yeah.
But then I was explaining it on the phone and I was like, you sound like you're lying to her. And I started freaking out. And because I really strongly believe that how we act and how we behave is a reflection of who we are and what we value on the inside.
Of course. And I feel like when it comes to eating, right? Like the food we eat and the way we eat the food, because we're, when it comes to like us having conversations, the way we present ourselves to people, you pay attention to those things. You're more focused, right? But when you're eating, I feel like we let our guards down a little more and our true selves maybe come out a bit.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to us eating food.
It's funny because, your eating habits do reveal a lot about your personality.
Yeah.
And according to, there's been lots of studies, but according to a recent study, if you're someone who likes to separate foods on your plate, you're very cautious. Oh, the beans can't touch the cheese.
근데 저 좀 그래요.
진짜?
Yeah. I hate it when when you go to like a buffet or like where it's like, servings and you just got to put it on your plate. I put my pop and my kimchi as far away.
See, I just
As possible.
pile it on top of sweet, on top of sour, on top of salty, on top
저
of
그렇게
everything.
하면 안 돼요.
I love it. I don't care. It's all going in the same way. I'm going to gobble it down as quickly as possible because eating for me is very, very rarely pleasurable.
Oh.
Very
See,
rarely.
I want to, give my honor and respect to people that have prepared the food that I'm about to eat.
그죠.
So I think I'm doing due diligence to them if I really want to make sure that I am, eating the food the way it's meant to be eaten, right? And that means not with like gochugaru on it. If it's like something without any kind of red pepper.
But isn't food supposed to be eaten the way the person wants to eat it?
Well, that's true too, right? As long as you enjoy it, that's I guess the main gist of it. But I think you could do that all at the same time.
Yeah.
Adhering to the rules of the
배고파요.
plate.
시킬까?
맨날 시킨대. 근데 여러분, if you have a habit of making noises while you eat, we talked about this before. This could be a pet peeve of people. To some, you may come across as a mannerless person. You didn't grow up with the best etiquette,
Culturally,
I guess.
yeah.
But, these people, you could also see them as free-spirited, right? They don't really care of how people are going to look at them, okay. When they're eating. They might be people that live without concern when it comes to other people's judgments or opinions. And I think that's an important trait to have, right? Because if you live, clutching on what other people think about you, you're not going to have the easiest time, right? So these people, I guess, who go about eating while making noise, they are said to possess an intuitive and straightforward nature. I guess I see that a little bit.
Yeah, I see that. This next one is what my husband does when we go out to a certain place for meat, steak. And so a person who cuts all of the meat at one time can be strategic and a bit of a progressive thinker. But my
이런
husband
것도
is like,
있어요?
so I would, if we're going for steak, I would just cut it and eat it as we're going. But normally we share.
Like as you're putting it in your mouth,
as you're putting it
right?
in your mouth. But my husband doesn't do that. He cuts it all up at once, and then he uses his chopsticks or his
So
fork.
you have like bite-sized servings.
As if it's at barbecue. I'm like, this is a steak, bruh.
Okay. So I guess me coming from, a practice that I've learned when it comes to, enjoying and savoring the meat, because if you cut it up all at once,
It gets dry quicker.
like the juices all
it gets
spew
cold
out.
quicker.
맞아요,
Yeah.
right? I don't think that's doing the steak or the meat justice.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to like 삼겹살, I'm all for it because I like my 삼겹살 all like crispy all around.
Yeah.
삼겹살은 괜찮은데, steak I draw the line.
So when we go out and we're sharing, he's like, "Oh, can you cut it up?" I'm just like, "네, 우리 아들."
아빠의 습관을 받았네요. Well, listeners, if you like to order 2 or more different food menu items, let's say you go to a restaurant, right? Now, this could be perceived that you're not afraid of experimenting when it comes to just life in general. Also, you're said to be extremely good at multitasking.
Really? Multitasking is very bad for your brain.
Oh, it is?
It is very bad. for your
그래서
brain.
저는 멀티태스킹 잘 못해요.
Are those related?
No, that's why, I'm not a good multitasker.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
good.
doing my brain good by not being good at
Yes,
multitasking.
indeed
if that
you
makes
are.
any sense.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, everybody? What kind of eater are you, and what does that say about your personality? You can let us know
Yeah.
tonight. We're here until 8 p.m., so come and hang out with us.
Let's do this. Let's
we're
ask our listeners.
보는 방송도 하고.
보는 방송하고 있는데요. Let's ask our listeners, what are some of your eating habits? But when it comes to diving into your personality because of those eating habits, let us do it here in the studio. Okay?
먹는 습관을 우리한테 얘기해 주시면 우리는 상담해드리겠습니다. 어떤 사람인지. Okay?
궁금하다. 너무 궁금해요. Right?
Okay, love it.
So, as Laura said, we are on the YouTubes today. 네, 보이는 방송 하고 있습니다. 그래서 come join us on our YouTube.
Yeah, look
we
at all
also-
these emojis.
Yeah,
Wow.
popping up. You're the one that's clicking on them, right? We also have TGIF Live today. Gina will be joining us around 6:40-ish.
Yeah.
Right? She'll be singing. I'll be singing.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun time.
I'm not singing today.
네.
Let's get into it. Time for News Bites. Welcome back, everybody. Annie's in the studio for News Bites. Hi, Annie.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy Friday.
How's your Friday?
Good. I'm in my casual T-shirt today.
Yeah,
oh, you
man.
are. No linen today, right?
I have it outside. I took it off before.
There you go. It's not Annie without the linen, all right?
Yeah.
Well, Annie, thank
I'm
you so much.
wearing a linen too.
Oh yeah. See, Laura's
Oh,
taking
you
it over
are.
for me.
I guess somebody's wearing linen somewhere, right?
You're wearing a
Summer.
bucket hat, so I mean,
Or maybe
it's-
even
it's
PD님.
all
I think
party
that's,
up in
no,
here.
maybe not linen.
Why didn't I get the message to wear linen today?
I don't know. You're a hip hop. Are you doing hip hop?
No, not really. Not really.
Look
It's
hip.
very 90s hip hop.
Well, thank you.
It's come back around.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into the news.
What do you got for us?
All right. First, the Chinese envoy was summoned to the foreign ministry. So, the first vice foreign minister, Jang Ho-jin, summoned the top Chinese envoy to South Korea, Shin Haiming. He is in Korea. I mean, he is the envoy to Korea, today to lodge a complaint over his controversial remarks on South Korea's ties with the U.S. A quick translation of his words was, "Those betting on China's defeat will surely regret it later." And this was expressing his discontent with South Korea's pro-U.S. diplomacy. And the foreign ministry responded strongly by defining the ambassador's remarks as provocative words and actions and warned that they could be interference in internal affairs.
Those betting on China's defeat will surely regret it later. Pretty strong words, I would say.
Yes.
When were these words uttered?
Right. So where he said it was also quite important. Yesterday, Xing met with Democratic Party leader Lee Jae-myung at Xing's residence for a dinner meeting where the ambassador used some strong worded phrases to show his discontent beyond just that one sentence. And some of which the foreign ministry just could not overlook. And this conversation was actually open to the reporters and was also live streamed on NotTube. So it's very unusual for a diplomatic envoy to make pointed remarks on the foreign policy of the host country's government here, South Korea, and even just publicly to the politician of the host country.
And it's over a broadcast dinner,
Right.
right? Well, that's interesting. But
yeah.
words were said, and obviously being it from somebody in his type of position who's supposed to, right, be managing the relation between China and Korea.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be more words to be had.
We shall see on
Yeah.
Monday, maybe.
All right, well, thank you so much for that. What's next?
Right, just a bit of an update on the NEC nepotism investigation. So the Anti-Corruption and Civil Rights Commission, or ACRC, announced today that it will carry out an extensive investigation of all employment and promotion cases within the National Election Commission, covering the past 7 years. And this is a part of its investigation into the ongoing nepotism corruption scandal. So this includes employees that are currently employed by the NEC, as well as those who have left in the last 7 years. They are accepting any reports about corrupt actions within the organization and have already received word of possible abuse of power and budget mismanagement. And these cases will be handled separately from the nepotism investigations.
So how will they actually go about investigating and, resolving these irregularities?
Right. So the ACRC have pulled together a team of 32 individuals that will focus on the allegations. Also, on top of these 32 people, there will be 2 policemen as well as 4 officials from the Ministry of Personnel Management who will join next week. And out of all of these people, 27 of these officials will be in charge of weeding through 7 years worth of employment as well as promotion-related documents. So they'll be having a very close look. They also plan to provide aid to those who were impacted by unfair appointments within the organization. And the NEC is said to be complying to all requests for documents and such.
Okay, well, I mean, all we can do is wait and see what they come back with, really.
Right. I think it will take a bit of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, we're going to move on to our last bit of news.
Right. There's a labor group to hold a protest in front of the Supreme Court tonight. So the Contingent Workers Union will hold an overnight protest in front of the Supreme Court up in Seoul in just a few minutes, starting at 6:30 up until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, to urge resolutions to the temporary worker issues. The police are preparing to forcefully disperse the group once again. They had done this previously. And the Contingent Workers Union said the sit-in protest in front of the Supreme Court had not been a problem in the past 3 years. I believe they had carried out 20 or so of these. However, they have become illegal with the union administration as per their statement.
Okay, so with the union carrying this out, I'm sure, the police also have stuff on their mind about this. What is their position?
Right. So the Seocho police station responded to the request for cooperation, saying that an event that externally expresses a joint opinion on a trial pending in Supreme Court is a rally that is obligated to report under the law on assembly and demonstration. So basically, they should report their rallies. They added that there were concerns of influence on the trial and also could disturb the function and peace of the court. And lastly, they expressed concern of a violation of the road law, as well as damaging or affecting citizens if they were to occupy roads or park areas for a long time, a long period of time.
All right. Well, starting at 6:30, going until 10 a.m. tomorrow, right?
In 7 minutes.
Yeah. So we do hope, messages are, sent across.
Right.
But what's most important, I think, just safety. Of
Safety.
not only of those,
Yeah.
It's
the
peaceful.
union, with this rally, but people, that's moving back and forth around this area. All right. Well, that'll do it for today's News Bites.
Yes.
Annie, thank you so much.
Thank you. See you next week.
Thanks,
Have a good
Annie.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's have a song break. This is Nikki Yanofsky, Take the A Train.
You must take the A train to go to Sugar Hill way up in Harlem. If you miss the A train, you'll find it missed the quickest way to Harlem. Hurry, get on board, it's coming. Listen to those rails are thrumming. On board, get on that A train. Soon you will be on Sugar Hill in Harlem. You must take that A train to go to Sugar Hill way up in Harlem. If you miss the A train, you'll find you've missed the quickest way to get to Harlem. Oh, hurry, we'll get on, but it's coming. Can't you hear those wheels are thrumming all upon that A train? Soon you'll be on Sugar Hill in Harlem. When I'm in New York City, I go see theater. I love NY. The t-shirts say they love me too. And maybe I'll hit the shops on Old Fifth Avenue. I go sightseeing, I go see Miss Liberty. Wicked Brent and Legally Blonde. Hairspray, those are my favorite place. New York starts spreading the news. This is where I'm meant to be. Look around, there's so much to see in New York City. Maybe I'll even take the A train to go to Sugar Hill way up in Harlem. Yeah. Hurry, get on board, it's coming. Can't you hear those
Oh, I love it. Take the A train.
Jazz
Nikki Yanowski. Jazz hands. Welcome back to Inside Out Busan. Thank you so much for joining us here. We are live on YouTube. Search for BEFM or 부산영어방송 on the YouTubes and you can see our faces. Gina's also in the studio with us already. She got bored of sitting out there with Steve and decided she was going to come in here for some better company.
Steve's not really like a quality conversation kind of person.
진짜 착해요. Why are you so
아주 착하죠.
mean?
Right?
It's 6:27 on the clock. You are tuned in to Inside Out Busan on Friday, the 9th of June. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Laura McCluckey.
And I'm Min-Soo Shin. To all of our listeners on the radio waves, hello to everybody. Tuning into our YouTubes, hello to you as well.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, everybody.
Nice to see you.
I guess can we get a real quick tour check on our YouTubes?
Oh, tour check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know who is here.
Mr. Lee saying, you're gorgeous again, Gina님. Mr. Lee! 나도 있는데?
나도 있는데.
민수도 있는데. 나도 있는데?
미스터 이 님. 미스터 이 씨.
See this 너튜브 보는 방송이 진짜 double-edged swords잖아요.
저 요즘
Sometimes
진짜
it's
신경
good, and then
쓰거든요.
진짜.
로라랑
진짜
저랑
기분 안
진짜 신경
좋아.
써요 요즘.
립스틱은 안 발라서 그래?
저 오늘 좀 로션 안
발랐지?
발랐거든요.
안
잘 안
발랐어요.
발랐어요. 그래서 제 잘못이네요.
더 열심히 해야 되겠다. Anyway.
더 열심히 하겠습니다.
예.
네.
Okay, let's do the weather.
Do it.
Shall we?
Yeah.
It's warm.
Oh, it was.
Okay, traffic.
It's there.
It's there.
Traffic.
Okay, moving along. I hope you open no. Okay, mercury level or AKA the temperature here in Busan on average is around 23 degrees Celsius. Morning lows tomorrow morning of 19, afternoon highs of 26. So the weather this Saturday will be clear. However, starting from Sunday, it's expected to be cloudy with some showers. So if you had some plans for outdoor activities this weekend, please just FYI, it might be a little bit wet.
네, good to know. 이번 주말 토요일 날씨는 맑겠으나 일요일부터는 흐린 날씨에 소나기가 내릴 것으로 예상됩니다. 주말에 외부 활동을 계획하셨던 분들은 참고해 주세요.
참고하세요.
네. When it comes to our traffic, a lot of congestion. We have congestion on 구 만덕로 from Mandok Junction going towards Mandok Tunnel number 1.
Yeah.
There's also congestion on Namhae Expressway from Daejo 분기점 going towards Mandok Interchange.
Yeah.
And then also congestion on 충렬대로 from Minam Junction going towards Allak Junction.
Yeah.
Or in the words of 우리 류상효 신경과입니다님 on our YouTubes, traffic constipation.
맞습니다.
I guess that's a way to
차가
put it.
엄청 막혔어요.
막혀서요라고 하니까 I'm getting imagery. But anyways, everybody
Drive safe.
부탁드립니다.
Drive safe, y'all. Very important. Loving that we've got a lot of people on. Oh, goodness. Dr. Yu's over there talking about, you know, normal Dr. Yu stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we've got lots and lots of people on our 너튜브. If you can, I know that some of you are in transit. I know that some of you are driving maybe and watching in between. If you can true check, please do send us a little message here on the 보는 방송, on the live stream on YouTube. You can also text us to 샵9050 89050 or Kakao Talk. 인수님 texting in TGIF, 민수 and Laura. Hi, good
Hi.
weather. It is good weather.
Yes. 딱 지금이 딱 좋습니다.
I'm wearing a dress today.
Oh, you were?
I am.
Oh, I mean you are?
Right now. I am. And a shirt over the top because it's cold in here in the studio. 백건우님
네.
saying, hello, Laura and Minsu. It's so hot today. It is. I'm wearing a dress today. I just said that.
You really want to let people know that you're wearing a dress today, right?
I am.
그리고 we asked our listeners to send, let us know if you have any particular eating habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the message from Hananim?
What does Hannah say?
Hananim says, my eating habit. I have to have soju with meat. Can't digest without it.
You know, Hannah님, that tells me you are very Korean.
That tells me 먹으러 가자.
그리고 you can't digest without it. 소주 없이 소화가 안 된대요.
좋은 병명이네.
이거는 하나님, it's
not
all
an
in your,
excuse.
it's all in your mind.
It's not a real
네. 그리고 하나님 핑계 필요 없어요. 네, 그렇게만 먹으면 되죠. You don't need to give us any excuses, right? You just know how to enjoy meat.
그냥 소주랑 먹고 싶어요. Yeah, just do it,
Keep
yo.
them coming in. Let us know what your eating habits are. We will dive into your minds through those habits.
We'll judge you in a good way.
Yeah.
/ just judge.
네.
Anyway, shall we do the IOB 5분 상식?
Let's do it.
It's time for the B. No, it's time for the IOB.
For the B.
For the B, for the B.
For the IOB.
5분 상식, getting you in the know of some of the most trending, useful and need-to-know words and expressions in the world. 유식해지는 시간이죠. 5분만 들으시면.
네. 어떻게 됩니까?
유식해지는, I said it already.
아, 그래요?
That was my first 유식해지는 시간이죠. I just said it.
네. 오늘의 5분 상식은요. TGIF잖아요. 네. 그래서 회식이 늘어난 요즘 숙취가 생기는 이유 이것을 알아보도록 하겠습니다.
Good morning, everybody. Oh my, 신대리, did you make it home after the company dinner yesterday? You seemed a little bit intoxicated.
Good morning, 로 부장님. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna die right now because of this hangover.
Me too, yes, quite. I'm also very exhausted because of the hangover. 대체 숙취는 왜 생기는 걸까?
그걸 알면 제가 이러고 있겠어요. 힘들어 죽겠는데. I mean, do you have any tips for relieving this hangover?
I don't think I have anything like that. My mouth feels stiff, probably because I've been forcing smiles all week during these get-togethers. 부장도 힘들어.
You know, when it comes to new bosses like you guys never stop looking for booze buddies, 알코올 친구를 그만 찾아다녀요.
What? Oh, look at this. It's Friday again. I just got a little group chat. My new boss suggested 회식 tonight to relieve our hangovers. 이게 말이 되냐고?
잠깐만, 로 부장님. 로 부장님의 뉴 보스가 생겼다고요? 그러면 제가 말할 게 있어요. Come a little closer. 귀 좀 대봐요. 오늘 밤 주인공은 너야 너. 죽었다.
I don't know why, but I don't want to stop talking like this.
진짜. Like when it comes to like, you know, like new bosses, new employees, it's like a reason for like a 회식, right?
I love a 회식.
Oh, 회식s are fun.
Oh.
회식s are fun. But it's like when you let loose a little too much, some people paid for like the next day.
Well, that's why I don't drink. Because 나이 많이 먹으면서
네.
even if I have a glass of wine the next day, I feel it. It's not necessarily that I'm hungover, but I'm just like, because I know how I feel when I'm like bright and bushy-tailed and, you know, all of that.
Yeah.
So the next day I'm just like, ugh.
맞아요. Well, some people, you know, here in Korea, like, you know, we say times have changed. And, you know, when it comes to 회식, you do have a choice in how much you want to drink. You don't have to have 눈치 anymore. But, of course, you know, company dinners starting back up with the end of the pandemic, a lot of people are suffering from hangovers because they do try to keep up, right, with their like bosses or coworkers. So, Laura, what exactly is the precise meaning then of a hangover? 숙취가 무엇입니까?
숙취는 the phenomenon of experiencing discomfort, to say the least, such as nausea, headache, muscle ache, a decrease in mental and physical functioning after drinking alcohol, and waking up from sleep is referred to as 숙취, hangover.
맞아요. You know, other people, they commonly say 술병이 났어, right? This is when you lie down because you're suffering from just all the alcohol, all the booze that you had.
Yeah.
Then what is the reason that like hangovers are so tough? Like how do we get hangovers?
Because alcohol is toxic,
네.
you know? A hangover is actually caused by acetaldehyde, which is a byproduct of ethanol metabolism. So alcohol is broken down into
어렵죠.
acetaldehyde.
acetaldehyde.
It's not like I don't know the word. I just can't say
어려워요.
it.
나도요.
acetaldehyde.
acetaldehyde.
Anyway, by alcohol dehydrogenase ADH in the
You got
liver.
you got all the hard
difficult words.
words.
작가님 왜 그래요?
그냥 ADH입니다.
ADH. So it's dehydrogenase in the liver. And this chemical remains in the body.
Acetaldehyde?
Yep.
Yeah.
Continuously stimulating the nerves and causing hangover symptoms.
Then what are maybe even scientifically proven methods to get rid of hangovers? This is good to know.
혜연님 saying, OMG, what are everyone's hangover cures? On
여러분은
the,
숙취해소 음식으로 뭘 드십니까? For 혜연님, it says pho, 월남 쌀국수. 베트남 쌀국수.
맛있겠다. Well, the following content is actually supported by scientific research. There's certain soups you can eat or drink, I guess, like dried pollock soup, 북어국, bean sprout soup, 콩나물국. Bean sprouts actually contain asparagusic acid and vitamin C, which generate aldehyde degrading enzymes, which also degenerate alcohol from the body. So eating vitamin B also before drinking helps with alcohol breakdown in the liver. So that's why people say eat first and then drink. You know? So raise your blood sugar with carbohydrates.
Yeah. Do you have a go-to like hangover food?
No, not really. I have not been hungover for years.
Wow.
Years and years and years. But back in the day, I would always eat packets of chips. Like in Scotland, you get these little small packets, like not like Korea and the States. It's like normal size packets. And
That's normal size?
yeah, it's normal size. Serving for one, based on daily values,
If
not
you're
like
like-
a
you're a
6-person
Smurf.
bag of chips. And so I would get a 12-pack and eat the whole bunch.
See, why bother?
And then I would also have iron brew and a square sausage roll.
어이구,
Square sausage on a roll.
어이구 많이 먹네요.
맛있겠다. 먹고 싶어 지금.
저는 무조건 기름진 거를
기름
많이
거?
먹어요.
아니, 소화가 잘 안 된다.
아니 기름진 거 많이 먹으면 like I don't know,
Belly
I feel like the 기름 is coating my stomach and it makes me feel better. Maybe it's just in my head,
That
right?
just made me feel sick.
네, 자
Also
거기서
hungry.
조금 더 덧붙이면요. Filter your alcohol before drinking. What does this mean? Dark colored alcohol causes worse hangovers compared to lighter colored alcohol. So I guess, that's your ales? Are ales kind of darker in color?
Oh, you just went straight for ales. Ales are dark. Ales
Yeah.
can be very dark. You can get pale ales as well, though. Remember.
Okay. So also drink ionized beverages frequently. Ionized beverages are better for hangovers than water.
What is an ionized beverage?
To give you an example, your 땡땡 aids that you find at the convenience store.
aid.
네. Or 땡땡 sweats that
Oh,
you find.
yes. I do like a po deng deng sweat.
네. So those are ionized drinks,
Okay.
right? 네, 오늘 어분 상식 why does drinking alcohol give you a hangover? 술을 분해하는 과정에서 생기는 아세트알데하이드, acetaldehyde 이게 체내에 남아 계속 신경을 자극해 불쾌감, 두통, 근육통 등 숙취를 일으킨다고 합니다. 왜 그렇게 웃겨요?
헤 그것도 무슨 소리였어요? What was that
왜냐면
noise?
이제 좀 어려운 단어라서 좀 신경 썼습니다. 네. 체내에 남아. 오늘의 어분 상식이었습니다. 김대리 퇴근하나?
예, 부장님.
집이 괴정이지? 같은 방향인데 같이 가지? 요즘 회사 생활 어떤가?
예, 저 열심히 잘하고 있습니다.
결혼 생활도 재밌지?
예, 뭐 즐겁죠, 예. 저 그 라디오라도 좀.
그래 라디오.
네가 적었어요, 심참인 것 같네.
22번 홀리면
진짜 회사 생활 쉽지 않다. 어색한 이 순간 인사이드 아웃 부산과 함께하세요. 오늘은
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for TGIF Live Studio. Gina's in the house.
안녕하세요.
씨 안녕하세요. 뿌잉 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 뿌잉.
Gina and I wearing white shirts together. Minsu.
Oh.
I did not get the message for
see
today's
see.
코디.
코디는
코디?
네.
바디 코디?
아니, 옷 코디.
코디?
네. The coordination for our clothes today.
coordination.
네. 저는 메모를 못 받았습니다.
Yeah.
다음에 꼭 저한테도 전달
We didn't
해주길
send it
부탁드립니다.
to you.
네. I'm like the complete opposite of what you guys are wearing,
Yes, you
right?
are.
너무 티나잖아요, 제가. 네. Anyways,
Anyways.
Exactly.
you know that means she's sick of hearing.
Come on. I've been here since before IOB 오븐 상식.
Well, it's your fault you came in so early, Gina. All right.
It's not Steve's fault.
Oh, he let her in too early. All right, TGF Live Studio. This is a segment where we have Gina, winner of the 2021 Oneness Festival, joining us here in the studio to liven up our TGIFs with some music.
Yes. Hi, Gina. How are you?
I'm good. I've been good. Busy and good.
Busy and
This is
good.
good.
What have you been up to in general?
What? I'm
What
sorry.
have you been up to?
What's been going on?
네. 지난
재밌는 거 없어요?
지난주.
네.
재밌는 거?
네.
돈 버는 거?
아,
돈 버는 거
재밌죠.
재밌어요.
맞아요.
재밌죠, right? 재밌죠, but 재밌어요.
맞아요. 왜냐면요 돈 쓰는 것도 재밌어요.
돈 써야 되니까 당연하죠.
돈 벌어야죠.
Right?
Yeah.
So Gina, very busy, always busy.
Always busy.
But thank you so much for coming in, right? Because you are going to
My
be performing
pleasure.
soon. But as opening show, it is me.
Yes.
today.
So Minsu,
네.
you are singing this week. If you've just joined us and you don't know what this is about, first of all, hi. Secondly, every week Gina comes into the studio and is the main event. Professional singer, fantastic, gorgeous, blah, blah, blah.
blah blah blah.
And then before that, isn't it a treat?
저희는 opening show보다 we're like the crew that just come and kind of test the mics, make sure everything's working.
We're the warm-up
Yeah.
acts.
Right.
And today it's Minsu's turn.
네.
Minsu. Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
아니요. I'm going to make sure the mics are working. So Gina, when she takes the main stage,
1, 2, 1, 2.
everything's good.
하나, 둘, 하나,
네.
둘. What are you going to sing and why?
저는 오늘 진짜 K-pop 클래식을 갖고 왔어요.
Yeah.
이거는 when I was here in Korea, this song, this would be, if I hear this song, that means summer in Korea. It is DJ DJ DOC의 여름 이야기를 갖고 왔습니다.
Yeah.
Laura, have you heard this song before? 여름 이야기?
No.
그러면요. 저는 이 노래 가사를 부르는 동안 listen to me and then tell me after I perform what this song is about. This song is like a story. You have to hear it from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
Okay? But this is like epitome like summer music for me when it comes to just K-pop. all
Okay.
right? So shall we?
Why did you choose it?
Because 이제 여름이잖아요. 여름이에요. 그래서
여름이니까.
to get our listeners more in the 여름 mood.
맞아요.
That's why I brought this song.
Okay.
갑시다.
Let's take it away, Minsu.
빠빠라빠 우가 샤카 우가 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 샤카 우가 우가 저 MR 조금 더 틀어주세요. 우가 샤카 우가 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 샤카 지나간 여름 바닷가에서 만났던 그녀 허리까지 내려오는 까만 생머리 이것저것 제 것 없이 난 그냥 푹 빠져버렸어 어예 난 사랑에 푹 빠져버렸어 지나간 그 여름 바닷가에서 꿈처럼 눈부신 그녀를 만났지 믿을 수가 없어 아름다운 그녀 내겐 너무 행운이었어 별이 쏟아지던 하얀 모래 위에 우리 너무 행복했었지 가을 겨울 가고 너를 볼 수 없어 어디 있는 거야 제발 돌아와줘 그녀 없는 여름 다시 찾아오면 나는 어떻게 해 우린 그 바닷가에서 만나고 또 하시는 작별을 했어. 서울로 돌아온 그 시간이 몇 년처럼 걷기만 했어. 그렇게 더운 서울에서 널 찾을 수가 없었어. 정신 나간 사람처럼 가을 겨울 힘들다. 여름이 또 오면 어떡하라고. 나 혼자 남기고 어디 간 거야. 믿을 수가 없어. 어디 간 거야. 아직 너를 기다리잖아. 따라라라따 바람 소리 위에 우린 너무 행복했었지. 후 우가 샤까 우가 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 샤까 우가 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 샤까 우가 우가. 친구들 날 달래주다고 그 바닷가로 다시 오게 됐어. 청천하는 날벼락 그녀가 내 앞에 나타난 거야. 내가 사준 선글라스 목걸이 그대로인데 단지 틀려진 건 내 친구와 함께라는 거. 하늘 무너지는 소리 듣고 있어. 내가 기다려온 그녀 만난 거야. 우리 헤어졌던 그때 그 바닷가 다시 날 본 거야. 친구와 함께 온 그녀 앞에서 그 어떤 얘기도 할 수 없었어. 믿을 수가 없어. 어쩔 수도 없어. 이런 만남 이건 아니야. 누가 얘기해줘. 그녀 아직 나를 사랑하며 찾고 있다고. 자 갑니다. 주책 없는 내 친구 그녀가 그녀인 줄 모르고 내 지난 여름 얘기를 마구마구 해버린 거야. 고개 숙인 그녀가 펑펑 울었고 나도 울고 하늘도 울고 아 슬프다. 랄랄랄랄랄라 랄랄랄랄랄라 랄랄랄랄랄랄랄라 랄랄랄랄랄라 랄랄랄랄랄라 랄랄랄랄랄랄랄라. 아이고 힘들어. 아이고 힘들어.
우가 샤까.
이 노래가요. 원래 3명이 불러야 되는 거예요.
오,
It's a
잘했네요.
It's a three-person song.
연습하고 올걸.
네. 로라, 방금 이 노래 내용이 뭐였어요?
I didn't even listen. I was too busy dancing. Talking about girls at the beach
맞아요. Specifically one girl at the beach.
with long hair down to her butt.
맞아요. 그거까지는 잘 들었네요.
허리까지 뭐 뭔시기.
까만 생머리. 맞아요. So I met the love of my life at the beach. And then we spent some lovely time together and then we parted ways. And then I went to the same beach again
Yeah.
and I saw her.
Yeah.
And I was like, dream come true.
Wow.
But the girl was with my best friend.
Oh my gosh.
그래서 우리 한국인들 막장 드라마 진짜 좋아하잖아요. 이거 완전 막장 드라마입니다.
So, question
Shoot.
in that whole song, what is the meaning of uga shaka, uga, uga, uga shaka?
그런 거, it's part of the story. It's like
Means
something
a
that's
match.
unexplainable.
Yeah.
You need it. You can't go
정이에요.
without it.
It's 그냥 정.
네,
한.
맞아요.
Maybe it's han.
Exactly.
It's the han of the situation.
네, 여러분, if it's my turn for the whole summer season, I will be trying to get you in the summer mood with some summer songs.
It's good.
네,
I liked
기대하세요.
it. Yeah.
노래 기대하세요.
기대한다.
알겠죠? 네, 이제 진아 씨 차례입니다.
Yay!
진아 씨, what did you bring for our listeners today?
I brought like a 가을 분위기 song.
우가 샤카, 우가, 우가.
벌써 가을 기대하고 있는 거예요, 지금?
가을 좋아요.
아, 가을 좋아하구나.
네.
What's the song?
Baby I'm a Fool by Melody Gardot.
멜로디 가르도 진짜 좋아요, 저. Love Melody Gardo. Why did you bring this song today?
Actually, the first time, like when I saw the lyrics there,
네.
Baby I'm a fool who thinks it's cool to fall in love. 그래서 이거 불러야겠다. 뭔가 가사 너무 예뻐요.
아, 그럼 가사를 보고 이 노래
가사를
갖고 온
보고
거군요.
it's like a jazz song, I think. Kind of.
yeah.
So.
근데 멜로디 가르도 진짜 잘할 것 같아요, 왠지. 진아 씨.
너무
좋아요.
부담 주시는데.
너무 기대됩니다. So shall we?
Yes.
Let's do it.
was I to know that this was always only just a little game to you? All the time I failed to give you heart, they thought that I would do the same for you. Tell the truth, I think I should have seen it coming from a mile away. When the words you say are, baby, I'm a fool who thinks it's cool to fall in love. If I give a thought to fascination, I would know it wasn't right to care. Logic doesn't seem to mind that I am fascinated by the love affair. Still, my heart would benefit from a little tenderness from time to time. But never mind, 'cause baby, I'm a fool who thinks it's cool to fall in love. Baby, I should hold on just one moment and be sure it's not for vanity. Look me in the eye and tell me love is never based upon insanity. Yeah. Even when my heart is spitting, hurry up, the moment's fleeting. Kiss me now, don't ask me how. 'Cause baby, I'm a fool who thinks it's cool to fall. Baby, I'm a fool who thinks it's cool to fall. And I will never tell if you became a fool and fell in love.
엄청 빨리 끝난 것 같네요.
너무 시원하다 뭐가.
맞아요.
아 이건 가을 노래가 아니고
I
진짜
can't go like this. Because it wasn't that 분위기. It was like
맞아요.
분위기.
이거는 가을 노래보다 딱 여름에도 딱 맞는 것 같아요. Right? I feel like this is like a song you could listen to like while on a hammock, you know, on the beach. 너무
Drinking a
좋았습니다.
cocktail.
Drinking a cocktail, right? 가슴을 빨아든. We have messages coming in. Wheeler Karma님, 취한다. 취한대요. Wheeler Karma님, but be responsible, okay?
Yeah.
지금이 몇 시고? 와 노래 듣는데 밖에 비 오는 줄 착각함.
Yeah.
비를 부르는 노래네요. 이게.
사랑도 23님 texting in lovely Gina.
맞아요.
Thank you.
그리고 혜연님 beautiful.
Thank you.
Right.
Beautiful.
역시 우리
Beautiful.
진아 씨.
잠깐만요.
네네네.
We've got 사랑도님 texting in 우가 샤까 하하하하 착착착착착착착착착.
역시.
Yeah.
너무 다행이네요. 제가 이 노래를 먼저 하고 이게 좋은 거를 들으게 돼서.
지금이 몇 시고님 역시 래퍼.
역시
어지 래퍼.
정도는.
어지
역시.
래퍼.
맞아요.
할 말이
그것도
많다.
맞고요. 그것도 맞아요. 진아 씨, thank you so much. That'll wrap it up for another episode of TGIF Live.
너무 좋았어요.
Enjoy
Thank you so much,
your
Gina.
weekend. 다음 주 뵙겠습니다.
네.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. It's time for us to say cheerio for the first half of the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back at 7 o'clock. In the meantime, let's have a song. This is Bad by Christopher.
Another hymn that is sober. Finally, you found yourself a friend. Then you run him over. Ever since the start, I saw the end. Around the corner, 'cause I know you so well. So predictable, you're an animal. I can't let you go. You're so good at being bad, you know. So predictable. know I'm not gonna leave your side. And I can't deny it. Tried to play it cool, but I can hide my true desire. Cause I can see the dirty in your eyes. My favorite liar, and I know you so well, 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 well. So predictable, you're an animal. I can't let you go. You're so good at being bad, you know. So predictable, you're an animal.
지그재그로 움직인대.
누가?
척추라인에 맞춰서 움직인대.
누가?
누구긴 누가 엔모션 프로지. 척추를 지그재그로 틀어 꾹꾹 눌러주는 움직임. 누가의 시그니처 모션. 누가 베스트 엔모션 프로. 가까운 누가페에서 만나요. 의료기기 광고입니다.
(2030) 부산 세계박람회 유치 범여성 추진협의회에서는 엑스포에 대한 시민들의 의식 제고와 홍보 활동을 위해 대학생과 일반 시민들을 대상으로 영어 스피치 대회를 개최합니다.
The Women's Council for the 2030 Busan World Expo is holding an English speech contest.
접수는 6월 1일 목요일부터 11일 일요일까지며 자세한 내용은 부산영어방송 홈페이지를 참고해 주세요.
Registration is open from Thursday, June the 1st to Sunday, June the 11th. Come and add your voice to Busan's journey for the World Expo. For details, visit befm.or.kr.
이 행사는 사단법인 2030 부산 월드 엑스포 범시민유치위원회와 BFM 부산 영어방송이 함께합니다.
SNS 매너 권법을 익혀라. 조상권. 타인의 얼굴을 보호하는 스티커 매너 저작권. 합법적인 음원 체크. 이것이 SNS 고수의 매너 권법. 공익광고협의회.
The time is now 7 o'clock.
꼬리에 꼬리를 무는 품격 있는 토크. 시끄러워 죄송합니다. 로라 민수의 인사이드 아웃 부산.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the second half of Inside Out Busan. It is 7 o'clock on the dot here in Busan, Friday, the 9th of June. Welcome to the show. I'm Laura McCluckey.
And I'm Min Soo Shin. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
Yeah.
And we
Think about the
appreciate that.
choices you've made. Think about the choices
Don't regret them,
you've made in your life.
right? At all.
Yeah.
You're going into a territory where you might, make them feel a bit sad.
Why?
I don't know. The way you put it.
Think
about
about
the
the
choices
choices
that you
you've
made
made.
in your
Yeah.
life that has brought you to this point.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just going to leave it there.
Well, listeners, think long and hard, okay? Because you must have been, a good person and make good decisions because you're here with us.
Look at that.
Right?
All of our viewers have gone.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Thank you for those ominous words. All right, Laura?
It is we're still here on the YouTube, so if you do want to catch us and see how good our hair looks today, you can. All you need to do is get onto Inside Out Busan's, BEFM or 부산영어방송's YouTube channel. Search for it, find us, click on live, view it, see us.
Yeah.
Easy.
We're here. You can see our faces. And there's a difference between us at 6 o'clock and us at 7 o'clock. I think we put way too much energy into the first hour.
We're more unhinged.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
We might say stuff that we, of course, don't mean or don't understand.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
We'll try our best, right, to keep conscious and be with you, our
이거
listeners.
보세요. We've got some messages coming in. I
네.
think just read this one. 황동원님 태생은 맨날 퇴근길 라디오만 듣다가 이쁘다는 말 듣고 너 튜브로도 되잖아 싶어 들어왔는데 둘 다 there's a little heart in front of this. What does it say? Is a heart in front of it? I can't see.
Oh my gosh.
둘 다 선남선녀.
셨군요. 선남선녀.
안녕하세요.
안녕하십니까?
안녕하십니까?
네, 우리
예.
덩어님.
네.
Welcome to our show입니다.
웰컴입니다.
선남선녀 right here in the studio.
What does that mean?
I guess beautiful lady and gentleman.
고맙습니다.
It is us.
Yeah.
나도 이렇게 하는 거 싫어요.
I
못하겠어요.
feel like Steve.
동원님 너무 감사합니다. 칭찬 이렇게 해주셔서 저희 이렇게 칭찬 받으면서 이렇게 어떻게 해야 될지 모르겠거든요. 그래서 I feel awkward right now.
I'm gonna send an emoji into the chat room. This is what Minsu really looks like close up.
They could see on the YouTubes, and I'm pretty close up right now. PD님, thank you so much for the even closer up on
There
me.
you go. That's what
all right?
it really looks like.
And listeners, turn off your HD on whatever you're watching on
look
your
at that.
YouTube. Turn off your HD. All right.
Yes.
저는 좀 흐리게 보면 좀 잘생기게 나오거든요.
I don't have any
흐리게
lips
보세요.
today. Yikes. Okay, let's get to it. There's things to do. It's time for On the Mic. On the Mic is where we head out into the world, into the wide, and our reporters interview you, our listeners. So let's see who's on the mic today.
네, 요즘 야외 활동하기 너무 좋은 날씨죠. 네, 오늘 특별한 곳을 한번 찾아와 봤습니다. 자기소개 부탁드릴게요.
안녕하세요. 저는 자전거 미케닉 최석원입니다. 일단 전반적으로 이제 자전거를 저희가 고객님한테 전달드리는 과정인 자전거 조립 출고도 담당을 하고 있고요. 자전거는 사용하시다 보면 이제 정비나 점검 이런 것들이 필요하기 때문에 그런 것들을 고객님한테 전문성을 발휘해서 안전한 자전거 생활을 할 수 있게끔 도와드리는 업무를 하고 있습니다.
그러면 새 자전거를 만나는 일부터 자전거를 타시다가 수리한다거나 점검하는 일까지 모두 해주시는 엔지니어 분이신 거네요.
네, 맞습니다.
그러면 이 엔지니어님 개인께서는 언제부터 자전거에 관심을 갖게 되셨는지?
자전거를 타기 시작한 거는 저희가 사실 나이를 정확하게 기억 못할 정도로 어릴 때부터 자전거를 탔었고 전문적으로 자전거를 타고 즐기기 시작한 거는 벌써 10년 정도 기한은 되는 것 같아요.
그럼 내가 이미 즐기고 잘 탈 수 있기 때문에 또 더 능숙하게 자전거를 다루시겠네요.
그것도 맞습니다.
자전거를 타는 기쁨이 있다면 어떤 건지?
도로 위에서 저희가 자전거와 저가 하나가 된다는 느낌으로 소통이 될 때가 있고요. 그리고 조금 더 도시나 익숙한 곳에서 벗어나서 자전거를 탔을 때 또 새로운 느낌을 받을 수 있어서 그런 부분에서 자유로움도 느낄 수 있기 때문에 자전거의 특별한 매력이 있는 것 같습니다.
자전거 여행을 그럼 많이 떠나셨던 경험이 있으신 거죠?
그렇죠.
그중에 가장 혹시 인상 깊었던 기억에 많이 남는 순간이 있으신지?
저는 자전거 동아리를 대학생 때 가입을 해서 활동을 했었는데요. 한 3년 정도 활동을 했는데 다양한 사람들을 좀 만났었어요. 당연히 동아리가 이제 30년 이상 진행되었던 동아리라서 많은 선배들을 만났었고 2주간 저희가 부산을 출발해서 이제 한 바퀴를 도는 여정으로 네, 그렇죠. 전국 일주를 했었고 거리는 1,500km 정도를 제가 자전거를 타고 이동을 했었어요. 그 과정이 정말 힘들지만 자전거 하나로 또 사람들이 만날 수 있는 것들이 좀 특별하다고 생각이 듭니다.
뭔가 몸을 쓰고 땀을 흘리면서 만나는 사람들은 더 각별해지는 것 같아요. 전문가 입장에서 부산에서 추천해 주실 만한 코스 있을까요?
사실 부산은 조금 외곽으로 빠졌을 때 조금 더 차량으로부터 좀 자유로운 경험을 또 할 수 있어요. 그래서 저는 지금 이제 광안 쪽에서 출발을 한다면 기장 쪽인 동쪽 동부산 이렇게 해서 울산까지도 사실은 자전거를 타고 이동이 이제 수월하게 됩니다.
약간 그 기장해안로는 마치 약간 제주도에 비슷한 느낌이 가는 길목도 있잖아요.
좋은 해변 도로가 있기 때문에 그 코스는 정말 좋은 코스인 것 같아요.
네, 이제 벌써 상반기가 지나가는데 하반기에 소원 하나 있으시다면 뭘까요?
저는 미케닉으로 지금 일을 하면서 조금 더 높은 레벨의 다른 나라에 있는 미케닉 레벨을 수료를 해서 다시 한국으로 돌아오고 싶은 생각이 있어요. 그러면서 영어 공부도 지금 잘 하고 있고요. 회사에서 제공되는 자기개발비도 활용을 하려고 합니다.
유학 어떤 나라로 가실 예정일까요?
자전거는 생각보다 유럽에 많은 이제 역사들이 있어요. 그러다 보니까 유럽 이제 스위스에 UCI라는 단체 범사가 있어서 그곳에서 이제 시행되는 UCI 메케닉 레벨을 일단은 수료를 목표로 두고 있고요.
네.
저는 또 메케닉 이전에 취미로 시계도 정비를 했었어요.
시계 하면 스위스죠.
그래서 또 기계적인 부분들이나 그런 쪽으로 많이 발전되어 있는 나라이고 자전거라는 기계도 조금 더 기계적인 방면으로 접근하는 나라가 어떤 특별한 게 있을지 직접 경험을 하고 싶습니다.
맞아요. 아까 영어 방송이라고 얘기하니까 눈을 반짝여 주셨어요. 그래서 do you have anything in your mind for our listener?
Actually, I'm not really good at speaking or learning English in this when I was a student. But after I realized English could be really efficient or really helpful for communication with the person. So after I realized I needed English, I move on learning English just myself or make the conditions to get information or what I need to by English. And 이제 학교나 이렇게 이제 영어 점수를 위해서 배우셨다가 포기하시는 분들 많다고 저도 들었어요. 저도 또한 그랬었고요. 근데 내가 무엇을 원하는지 또는 무엇에 관심이 있는지를 먼저 가지고 또 다른 접근으로 영어로 이런 것들을 내가 접할 수 있을까라는 생각을 하게 되면 제가 필요로 인해서 배우게 되는 하나하나가 모여서 또 소통을 할 수가 있게 되더라고요. If we add the English abilities, we can get something more things in our life. So English could be really efficient to your life. I'm sure about that.
맞아요. Learning English is another way to upgrade myself.
Yes, I totally agree about that.
네, thank you for today.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much to Jisoo, our reporter, and of course to our interviewee, Tae Seok-won-nim. And I love that they were just speaking English and Korean, both of them so fluent.
They're very much into the conversation they were having with one another.
Yeah.
Right?
좋았어.
Well, 우리 interviewee, Mr. Choi Seok-won, works as a bicycle mechanic, right? A bicycle mechanical engineer, to be more exact.
Yeah.
So he assembles new bicycles, does maintenance on them as well as inspections, right? And I feel like these days with the weather getting warmer, people out and about more, there's so many cyclists and bikers, bicyclers on the street these days.
Bicyclers? I don't think that's not a word.
Well, because when I say biker, people think, oh, like on a motorbike? No. Like a
Bicyclists.
person. A bicycle.
Or just a cyclist.
Cyclists. But then like cyclists and like people that ride bicycles are a little different, no?
Let's not split hairs over semantics. I'm very tired.
네. 그런데 우리 서관님은요, this is something that he's been doing for a very long time, since university, right?
Yeah, he said he went on a 2-week bicycle journey, traversing the nation, like top to bottom.
I haven't ridden my bike like more than like 2 hours.
My bike's had a flat tire for years. It sat outside my house. I've done nothing with it.
But I have been like inspired by a lot of people just out these days cycling.
Yeah.
So I do want to pick it back up.
Actually, he said as well that he really suggests for people to do the 광안리 기장 coastal road.
저는 광안리에서 기장까지는 I've been up to like a little past 동백. Past 해운대. Right? But I never mustered up the courage to go
all the way.
Go all the way to
It's so beautiful.
past 송정 and 기장.
It's really, really beautiful. I love being on the bike, but actually, I don't go on my bike that much.
Well, you did say it's had a flat tires for years.
It has had a flat tire for years. But you know what's really great about Busan is that if you want to go on a bike, but you don't own a bike, or you're like me and haven't repaired your flat tire for years, you can go to various parts of the city and you can rent a bike for free.
Oh, yeah. 맞아요.
For free. Or there's places that charge like a deposit or just like something very cheap. But anyway.
All you need is like an ID.
All you need your ID. So if you want to go out and rent a bike for a couple of hours, they're all over the city.
맞아요.
Take your ID with you, rent a bike, go and enjoy.
Good idea, right?
Yeah.
And he also shared with us his future plans. He mentioned for the second half of the year, he wants to go to Switzerland because, you know, when you think like anything mechanical, like Switzerland is like the best place when it comes to like just making quality stuff, right? One of the best, right? Swiss watches, I heard, they're like top notch.
Yeah.
So he wants to pursue advanced studies in bicycle mechanical engineering over there. What better place to do it, I think?
I mean, and love the chocolate, so win-win.
맞아요.
Yeah.
So 서건님, best of luck to you. I know you'll be great. Do even better after all your learning over in Switzerland.
그리고 두 분이 영어 진짜 잘하시네요. 다음에
맞아요.
영어로 하자.
A bit of a show off, the two of you, during that clip, but we liked it. Thank you so much. That'll do it for today's On the Mic.
Yes, indeedy. All right, let's have a song. This is G.O.D. 왜?
왜 너를 떠나보냈었는지 왜 널 보낸 건지 왜 그러고서 나는 우는지 왜 이렇게 아프지 모르겠어 나는 지금도 돌아오라고 너에게 말하고 싶은데 보내고 싶진 않은데 왜 내 마음속에 아직도 미련이 자꾸 남아있는 건데 이렇게 텔레비전에 이 취한들의 말을 보며 울고 있는 건데 아직도 모르나 너의 마음 떠나간 걸 이제는 너와 나 아무 상관없다는 걸 받아들여지지 않아 믿기지 않아 너를 잊기엔 추억들이 너무 많아
너의 마음이 멀어진 걸 알게 된 건 내게 너무나도 충격적인 사건 그건 한 번도 꿈에도 농담으로라도 해본 적이 없는 상상인 걸 이제는 어쩌나 살아갈 수 있나 살아갈 이유가 없어도 살 수 있나 이런 걸 믿을 속에도 해가 저무는 걸 보니 네가 없어도 세월은 가기 같나
왜 너를 떠나보냈었는지 왜 널 보낸 건지 왜 그러고서 나는 우는지 왜 이렇게 모르겠어 나는 지금도 돌아오라고 너에게 말하고 싶은데 보내고 싶진 않은데 그대 마음이 약했어 내가 입은 상처들을 걱정했어 나를 떠나지 못하는 걸 알고 나서 결심을 했어 내가 먼저 너를 놓아주기로 했어 내 옆에서 우울한 네 모습 보느니 다른 사람의 곁에서 웃는 네 모습이 차라리 난 더 낫다고 생각했어 그래서 나 이렇게 널 보냈어 어디 있니 어디로 가니 내가 놓아주면 제일 가고 싶었던 곳이 어디 있니 그곳에 가니 행복하니 혹시 다시 나의 봄이 그리워지지는 않니 괜한 기대니 쓸데없는 바람이니 그런데 나 왜 이렇게 자꾸 전화기만 보니 내가 보냈는데 조차 보냈는데 힘들어하며 기다리는 사람은 왜 나니 왜 이래야 하는지 사랑은 영원할 수 없는지 주기만 해도 계속 주기만 해도 그댄 왜 자꾸 멀어지는지 왜 너를 떠나보냈었는지 왜 널 보낸 건지 왜 그러고서 나는 우는지 왜 이렇게 모르겠어 나는 지금도 돌아오라고 너에게 말하고 싶은데 보내고 싶진 않은데
왜? That it just really is just where.
That's the time. I'm sure they put some oomph behind their way.
I feel a little bit rude saying the title of the song. 왜, God.
왜?
왜?
Why does it feel rude?
God. 왜? It's like the Michael Scott meme. Why? Why? No. God, no.
God, no. Why?
Yeah,
right?
that's what it feels like.
I'm
but
sure
it was
they
G.O.D.
meant well.
왜? 왜?
아주 좋았어요. 왜냐면 그 왜였어요. That's the way I wanted.
좋아서
That's the way I
웃었어요.
wanted. It wasn't like a 왜. It was like a 왜. That's the word for it.
7:17
Anyways.
on the clock. Anyway. Friday the 9th of June. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us, Laura McCluckey.
And Minsu Shin. Thanks for hanging out. This is the second half of our show.
Yeah.
We have Insu님 saying TJF, Minsu, Laura, hi, good weather.
Yeah.
We agree.
We agree.
네.
Agree.
최유수님 saying, I don't know what to eat for dinner.
여러분, 청취자 여러분, 최숙님 needs help choosing her dinner menu. Please give us your 추천. 네, 우리 희숙님의 저녁 식사를 진짜 고민하고 있거든요. 그래서 여러분 추천해 주세요. 샵 9050 89050 카카오톡.
근데 이거 희수님의 추천, 시선님한테 드린 추천보다 저희가 좀 받아내려고요. 저는 방송 마치고 바로 먹으러 갑니다. I haven't had dinner yet.
What is that? 양장피?
네?
양장피? What's that one? It's Chinese food. It's got big flat noodles. I know what I want to eat. 마라탕. 마라탕 먹고 싶어요.
You gotta be pretty hip to eat 마라탕 these days, no?
Really?
요즘 저희 나이 마라탕집 들어가잖아요. Like, cause it's all filled with like university students and like high school kids.
Oh, really?
Like they stare at you as you're sitting down at your table.
What?
Like you're not supposed to be here.
Old people can't enjoy maratang too?
I mean, no, they can, but I feel like it's a very like MZ generation like food these days.
난 MZ generation잖아요.
Like we're at like the
I'm
way
MZ
end
generation.
of the MZ generation.
Just speak for yourself. Don't log me into your
우리
아저씨
같은
book.
나이잖아, 로라. 같이 죽자.
자, 같이 죽자. 아, 피곤하다 벌써. This message is going to make me 죽어. 안은교님 texting and I don't need visual confirmation. I already know how awesome you are. Shabu shabu. 크크크. Those are not together. Those were just separate messages.
Obviously,
but I
안은교님 very much, liking shabu shabu.
I like shabu shabu. shabu
Right.
맛있다.
Was that his love note to shabu shabu?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because
I
I
don't
can't
know.
tell if those back-to-back messages.
Is this a message for us, 장수은님? Minsu, you get this one.
Let's.
No, it's not?
Yeah.
No, it's not? Okay.
Let's run that by our PD first.
Okay.
PD님 first.
Okay, cool.
Sounds like spam.
It's very, very long.
네.
But it's a nice picture, though. I feel like that's the kind of picture that texts me on the 얼굴 check. Let's see. And where are we? Over this side? Anyway, send your messages in.
We do have to get to the weather and traffic, though, right?
Sure. Why
Yeah. You got that in front of you?
I do indeed.
네.
It's 23 degrees Celsius here in Busan. Morning lows of 19 tomorrow morning, afternoon highs of 26. The weather this weekend on Saturday will be clear. However, Sunday is going to get a little bit cloudy with some showers. So if you do have plans for activities outdoors, just 참고하세요. Take note. The weather will change.
네, 맞습니다. 여러분 주말 토요일 날씨는 맑겠고요. 일요일부터 흐린데요. 그래서 소나기도 올 수 있으니까
맞습니다.
외부 활동할 거면 참고해 주시고요. Onto our traffic. We have congestion over on Suyeong-ro from Suyeong Junction towards Jangdaekwol Junction. Also on 중앙대로 from Samjeon Junction going towards Songgong Junction. Slow-moving traffic on Hwangryongdaero from the Chamber of Commerce and Industry going towards Hwangryong Tunnel. 모두 다
Drive safe.
부탁드립니다.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, it's our open studio. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here. 7:21 on the clock now. It is time for BEFM's longest running segment, I believe. It is the open studio here at Inside Out Busan, where we invite some fantastic guests into the studio and grill them about their lives, the universe, and everything. Correct?
맞아요. Today we've invited a guest who has a very beautiful voice. She's working as a voice actor as well as singer. Actually born in Busan and spent most of her life abroad, but has a very deep affection for our city. Let's give it up for CC Kim joining us here in the studio.
Hello. Hi, Cece. How are you?
Hi. Good. I'm good. That was a lot of pressure you put on me.
Well, that's a lot of pressure our writer Steve put on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good to know. Yeah, I'm going to have a talk with him.
Blame it on him,
You should
right?
definitely have a talk with Steve.
But I'm sure words all true when I was giving that introduction. So you want to say hello directly to our listeners?
Yes. Hello. My name is CC Kim. I do work as a voiceover artist and a professional singer. And I occasionally perform in Busan, and that's why I'm in town this weekend as well.
Yay! Okay,
Yeah.
so everybody, I'm going to, just to FYI, Cece, I'm going to impromptu demand that you sing for us.
Okay.
A little bit later.
Yeah, that never happens to me. And I'm just
So,
kidding.
there you go. So just prepare yourself for that. Oh, I didn't prepare anything.
Right.
That moment.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's fine.
okay.
Yeah.
So, 여러분, if you want Cece to sing anything, send us a message.
Oh, she's taking requests now too, right?
But of course, if you do want to ask our guest anything, you can see her on the Tube. So all you need to do is just send us a message and we'll ask.
맞아요.
Depending on what it is.
So with that introduction I gave, being born in Busan, and then you moved to the U.S. at a young age of 3.
Yes.
Right? So tell us a bit about that. Why did you move to the U.S.? What brought you back? Yeah.
Right. So neither of those things were my choice. My parents had me in Busan.
Oh, yeah.
And then they took me to the United States when I was 3. And my dad at least has been here. His family has been here for several generations. And my mom is from here, so all of us are kind of here. And then we were the first ones to sort of go to the States.
Oh.
And then we came back around like 1994 or something. And then I struggled to sort of fit in to the Korean school system. And then I ended up I finally went to an international school and then I dropped out. And then moved to Seoul. So that's basically how I've never really lived in Busan after that, but I keep coming back because it's just getting nicer and nicer. I feel like the lifestyle is just, I'm biologically more inclined to live next to the ocean. And I feel like the people here is just a lot cooler.
Correct.
Take that.
Look at us.
Soul.
Have you seen this? Look at this studio full of cool people. It's what was I going to say? It's funny that you say, you kind of dropped out of school. You struggled with Korean school. You dropped out of international school. Then you moved to Seoul. And I just want to kind of take a moment to salute that, by the way, because in Korea, that is not an easy thing to do. And it just proves that there is #no wrong path to success. Because I imagine now, Cece, you love what you do. Right?
I do most of the time. Yeah. I'll get into that later. But yeah, it's not
Most of the time.
always. Yeah.
Right? There are those moments.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's the same for everybody, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Wait,
yeah.
so you've been here since 1994, you said?
Yeah. And then I moved to Seoul and then I went to university there. And then after university, I moved back to the States on my own. And then I somehow ended up in Paris, France for about 8 years.
갑자기.
This involved a marriage. It involved a marriage that I am no longer in.
Okay.
I'm in another marriage.
Those French romantics will get you. I tell you what. We've all been there.
It's like a blink of an eye, right? It's like a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it's just, life was just like, woo, and then here I am back in Busan. Yeah. So that's kind of what happened.
Wow.
That's a very exciting life.
Roller coaster of one, right? Well, We're glad you're back though.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we get to share this moment with
Absolutely.
you. So, I introduced you as a voice actor as well as singer. What do you identify as more?
So I make most of my living as a voiceover artist, but I do identify more as a singer. I don't even know what that means anymore.
What kind of question is that?
But no. It's a legitimate question. I just don't know how to answer it. But I think if I had a choice, I would do more singing.
Okay. So let's talk about that aspect then of your career. What got you into singing?
I feel like I instinctively just knew how to sing. And then I was always picked out to do solos in a choir, and I was always sort of like picked out to sing something. You know how in Korea, like everybody asks you to sing a song.
노래 불러.
Yeah, and so that happened to me.
박자 쉬고, 박자 쉬고.
좋아.
And then when that happens, like one opportunity leads to another opportunity, and then all of a sudden you're a professional singer. And I think like a lot of us who end up singing professionally don't necessarily choose it. It just kind of happens to us.
Just like that trip to Paris.
Yes.
8 years of your life just happened that way.
In the blink of an eye.
Yep.
Exactly.
It is very interesting. And I like that you say, one opportunity leads to another because it really does.
Yeah.
And I always say when people ask me, so how did you do this or how did you do that? And I always say networking. It's always networking because you can do as much as you want on your own, but if you don't go out and meet people who also know people who also have opportunity, like you'll never be able to actually reach anywhere.
So true.
You got to meet the people.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so now is the time I'm going to ask you to sing something.
Oh, okay.
Peter, can we get a little bit of reverb on the old microphone?
Oh my God.
Because we already have people texting you. We have Hisunim saying she has a lovely voice already from, just a couple minutes with talking
맞아요.
with you. Some of our listeners think you have a lovely voice. Well, add on top of that, her singing voice, which
Yeah.
she's going to flaunt right now.
I'm going to force her to sing.
And blow us away.
Now, I know that you're singing tomorrow at the New Zealand Wine Festival, and I'm very excited about that because you'll be singing alongside one of our old guests, Gino, and of course, a regular part of the BEFM family, and just fantastic musician. But can you give us a little treat? Give us a little song. What would you like to sing for us?
Oh, you know what? I don't even know.
I told you to prepare earlier.
Yes, I know. I didn't really. I
gave you a
thought somebody
heads
was
up.
going to request something.
Oh.
Do we have any requests?
Do we have any requests?
Do we have any requests? No, people are just excited to hear you sing.
Oh,
They don't-
okay.
They don't
All right.
Do you have a particular genre that you enjoy?
Not at this moment, no.
Oh, okay.
I
That makes
just do
things so
everything.
much easier to pick.
I know. Okay, so let me go through the set list for tomorrow in my head.
Oh, so a
and
little
then-
taste of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you sing all of the songs in under 1 minute?
A medley. A
Medley,
mashup.
like a Saturday Night Live medley.
Oh, I wish I had my phone with me because I have the set list there.
It's all
I
right.
do know that one of the songs that we're going to sing is, remember Kylie Minogue?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
course, yeah.
Can't get you out of
Yeah,
my head.
that's one of the songs.
Oh, that is? Oh, okay.
Can't get you out of my head. Boy, I know that I think about, and I can't get you out of my head. Every night, every day, just your sorry, I don't remember the lyrics.
Sultry.
Love it. Okay. Do you know My Funny Valentine?
Yes.
Okay, can we have a little bit of My Funny Valentine? Yes.
Why this is so awkward?
Putting you on the spot.
You're welcome.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak? And you to speak. Are you smart? Oh, don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, comic Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine Day.
너무 좋았어.
Thank you.
I want like a glass of like cognac or something.
I
listen to
Shaka
that.
Khan'd it a little bit. Do you know what that is?
I love a Shaka Khan.
So Shaka Khan, when she can't think of the lyrics, she just makes them up.
Watermelon, watermelon.
Well, that's jazz for you, right? It's all improv. So.
Sorry, Shaka Khan.
All right. Well, for those attending
was
the
amazing.
wine festival tomorrow, you are in for a treat, right?
Oh, my
Because
goodness.
with that voice and a great backup band, right, you are in for a treat indeed. So, Cece, tell us a bit then about being, just a singer here in Korea. How has that been?
Yeah, so I feel like when people say they want to pursue a singing career, they don't really have what I do in mind.
Oh,
You guys just don't have what I have.
No, I don't
much?
mean that.
No.
No, I don't mean that. I mean that nobody really dreams of this when they want to become a. I certainly didn't,
Yeah.
which means, and I'll elaborate. Most people think that there's pop stardom and then there's like busking and like Hyundai, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things in between, and I'm somewhere in the middle, right? And it doesn't always involve artistry or, you don't really get to choose what you do, what you sing. And it's usually like somebody shoves a piece of music in front of your face and you have to do it exactly the way the music director tells you to sing it. And that could get I don't think that that's for everybody. It's not the best singers. Sometimes like they don't like doing what I do. And that is something that I'm struggling with because I feel like it just gets very taxing. I feel like, any job where you're required to do exactly what somebody else tells you to do is just very, very exhausting.
And especially using your voice, which is so personal to who you are, your identity. When you can use your instrument or use your tools to the best of your ability, you want to be able to use it as best as you can. When someone else is telling you this way is the way we're going to do it. It's very stifling. And so Minsu and I also do a lot of voiceover stuff. And it's like, no, you sound too excited. Be excited.
You know exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, so you want me to sound boring? They're like, yes, please. What? But, people have a certain...
They tell me you should be a bit more excited.
That's because you're already very boring.
That's what I mean, right?
But I think for me and like personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but I've learned to take it completely impersonally. It's not personal at all. It's nothing saying about me and my voice. It's about they have a very clear vision. And this is their project and their baby.
Totally.
And I'm just like a tool to add to that.
Yeah, exactly. And so there are a lot of jobs like that in singing. I feel like even in pop stardom, I'm sure BTS doesn't really direct themselves. Like, I'm sure like it happens on higher levels too, but it wasn't exactly what I thought I would be doing. I thought I would be kind of like, touring.
Well, you are. You're also doing that. You're also touring.
Yes. But there are so many things like that you can do in the industry that you maybe wouldn't have even thought of doing. Didn't even think, I never thought what I do for a living now existed as a job.
Yeah.
And so I think it's, worth pursuing if you know exactly what you want to do.
Yeah. Inspiring words, for people that, might be out there thinking about a career in music, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Cece, you're here in Busan. You mentioned, you have a gig over at the Wine Festival taking place tomorrow. How's it feel to be just back in your hometown?
Yeah, so my husband lived here for like 6 years before he met me, and then he moved somewhere else. And then when he came back to Korea, he was just like, okay, Busan is the place I want to live in. But, we live in Seoul at the moment. And he loves it here. And at first I was like, I don't really know what you're talking about because I have like memories of being in school in like early, like 90s Busan, right? Which was very different. And like nobody spoke English and nobody, like, you know, I just didn't know anybody who was like me. And then when I came back, I was like, oh, this is actually a really nice place. Especially for foreigners. I think it's just like the lifestyle is just unparalleled. I feel like you have access to everything, but also nature. It's becoming more and more diverse and international, if I'm...
Yeah.
No, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's, I mean, the city is so active in developing this city to be a global hub.
Yeah. And I see that. I could totally feel that.
Now, if more and more, like, you know, foreigners or people visiting here may be thinking about settling down here in Korea, if they knew that about Busan, because I feel like that could be promoted more because everybody thinks, oh, if I'm a foreigner, I'm going to live in Korea, have to stay in Seoul because everything's in Seoul. But no, there's so much that Busan has to offer now because we've improved, we've upgraded, updated so much. So you could have as good as life here in Busan as you would anywhere in Korea.
Anywhere. Yeah.
맞아요.
100%. Okay, so you're here in Busan. It must be nice to be back. But I want to also give our listeners a bit of a taste of some of the things that you do as a professional singer from Busan. Because we're proud of that.
Oh, you mean like...
Not things in Busan, but, you know, you're from Busan and you're doing cool stuff.
Oh, okay.
So we want to jarang.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I got you. Because at first I was like, what is she talking about?
A lot of people say that.
Did you know, though, that a lot of professional singers are from Busan? Like a lot of popular, you know, like we have, like legends have been born here.
Jimmy.
You know? But
Or like more recent
more
regions.
like Cho Yong-pil and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah. A lot of people do forget.
Yeah. This was actually like, this city sort of produced a lot of legends back in the day. And I feel like, you know, I think in the 70s, like, Busan was just sort of like, it was the second city, but like there was a different culture here. And it was a thriving, you know, port city that there was so much happening here.
Yeah.
And so my grandfather back in the day was a professional musician.
Oh.
Yeah, and he made his living just doing music. And there were like a lot of musicians, I think, like the older generation, like a lot of them are from Busan. And so when I'm recording in Seoul, sometimes I would meet people and it's like, oh, you have a bit of an accent in there from Busan. So a lot of us are up there like working in the music industry. I do a lot of background music for commercials, and sometimes, like, I would be, you know, if you're watching like a TV show, like a TV drama, I would sometimes voice something in the background. Like, you know, if like somebody's like in a cafe, if they can't afford the rights to the music, then they would re-record.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? So that's not like the actual song playing in the background.
Sometimes they would re-record certain songs if they can't get the rights to it. Yeah, and then it would be me who's like trying to copy whatever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's like we can't get Mariah Carey. Let's get Cece.
Yeah. No, that's exactly how it happens. Not Mariah Carey specifically, but like a lot of that's exactly what happens a lot of times. I also do background music for like games.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I love that. You love games.
I mean, I do. But that's something.
Zelda?
I haven't done Zelda.
Could have been.
I wish.
That's like the one
game.
thing, right? The game that kind of popped into your
That's
head,
the
right?
game. Yeah.
맞아요. Oh, so because you know, like when it comes to that, you don't like really pay, like TV shows or me playing games, like you don't really pay attention to that. But now, like you know, seeing somebody that's actually providing that, like you come to be more in the know.
But it just contributes to the mise en scène, right? It's like if you don't have that backing track, those vocals, you just take them out. It just sounds terrible.
맞아요.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
without the sound editing and the mixing and everything, it's just like rubbish. There's no 분위기. Yeah.
So you're the 분위기 maker.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness for
you.
Cece, right?
Yeah.
Filling those holes. We have Baekjunim saying Laura's skin is very good. Baekjunim, we have a guest
It
here in the
is.
studio.
No, but it
right?
is,
Let's
though.
pay attention
I've been
to
wanting to say that. I was like,
고마워요.
Let's give our attention
Yeah.
to Cece. So Cece, as we wrap up our interview with you, it's been loads of fun. But do you have any maybe final words of advice for people that want to have like a singing career like you?
like, don't do it. No,
Don't, I knew you were going to say that.
Don't do it. Says
No, I would
Cece.
say, okay, I wouldn't say don't do it, but let's say singing is one of the 5 things that you want to do. Maybe do the other 4.
And make singing the last thing. If all 4 fail for you.
Let me rephrase what she means. Have accurate expectations of what it's going to be like.
No, but more seriously,
Yeah.
if I could go back, I would just start earlier and start, like you said earlier, networking.
Yeah.
Do any gig, take every gig, and then just start networking like as early as possible and just go for it. And don't hesitate. Don't think, what if this doesn't work out? Because if it doesn't, you'll just find something else. But if you're like 19 and you're wondering if you should go to college or you can go to college and pursue a singing. You don't have to like sacrifice,
Give up everything, right?
yeah, a singing career because you're studying quantum physics. If anything, that makes you cooler and it'll add to your music.
100%. Love that.
I like
love
how
that.
quantum physics was the first thing that popped into your head.
That's what I studied too. That's
Are
right.
you serious? I mean, it's just like
Never
I
take her
just don't
seriously.
get people who study quantum physics. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's why, right?
so
That's why they
interesting.
study
That's
quantum
why.
physics.
Yeah, it's really interesting,
So
and I don't
interesting.
get what it is.
So, folks,
hard.
if you're going to be attending the New Zealand Wine Festival this weekend, you will be able to see Cece. You'll be able to hear her perform along with her band. But Cece, it's been a treat. Thank you so much for stopping
thank
by
you
our
for
studio.
having me.
Best of luck to you and your performance tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
All
See you
right.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thanks very much, Cece. We'll see you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye bye.
I hope you think of me high.
All right, let's have a song. This is High by 5 Seconds of Summer.
Someone else. I know your friends all lie. I know your friends don't like me. They want you for themselves. Today I called to tell you that I'm changing, but I don't think you have enough respect to see me try. I've been waking up in different spaces, but I think that my heart is built to last more than a night. I need to stop letting me down, 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 down. I need to stop letting me down, 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 down. I hope you think of me high. I hope you think of me highly when you're with someone else. I know your friends all lie. I know your friends don't like me. They want you for themselves. I know I'll never meet your expectations, but the picture that you paint of me looks better in your mind. Now every step I take with hesitation, and I always miss the memories of the mornings we were high. I need to stop letting me down, 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 down. I need to stop letting me down, 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 down. I hope you think of me high. I hope you think of me highly when you're with someone else. I know your friends all lie. I know your friends don't like me. They want you for themselves. Da da da, da 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 da. Ooh, when you're with someone else. Da da da, da 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 da. Ooh, they want you hope you think of me high. I hope you think of me highly when you're with someone else.
안녕하세요. 고품격 영어 방송 Inside Out 부산의 품격 있는 Writer Steve입니다. Winners of Inside Out Busan listeners participation segment will get full course meal voucher from Golden Lizzie, a gourmet restaurant in Gyeongdong and Yeonsandong, where you can taste cuisine from Michelin Guide featured Chef Kim. 미슐랭 셰프의 파인 레스토랑 골든 리지에서 10만 원 외식 상품권. A place to entertain your brain and eyes. Museum of Illusions. 당신의 눈과 뇌를 즐겁게 하는 곳. Museum of Illusion 부산 착시미술관 입장권. 언제나 맛있는 커피를 신선하게 만드는 양산에 위치한 인투 로스터리. Coffee voucher and a pack of fresh coffee whole beans sponsored by Into Roastery in Yangsan. A delicious brunch for two from Gorilla Brewing Busan, Gwangan branch, the leader of Korean handmade beer culture. 수제 맥주 전문점 고릴라 브루잉 부산에서 제공하는 식사권. We prepare admission tickets for the Busan X the Sky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest place in Busan. 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다. 부산 X the Sky 전망대 입장권을 선물로 드립니다. IOB와 함께하는 품격 있는 선물. It's all yours, listeners.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's time for Quote Unquote, and Friday writer and all-round Inside Out Busan legend Steve is in the studio.
Hello guys.
Hi, Steve.
고품격 영어 방송 IOB 남동아 작가입니다.
근데 우리 청취자들
He loves it
중에요.
so much.
차도남 스티브 찾는 사람들 진짜 많아요.
진짜 궁금한 사람이 엄청
네, 정말로.
많아요.
진짜 많아요.
진짜로.
네. Like more
이
like
사람은 누군지
너무 궁금해요.
어떻게
여러분
생기는지.
있습니다.
This is Steve. 바로 Steve입니다.
네.
So you can find us on 보는 방송.
So Steve comes in every Friday for quote unquote, right? Steve, you take the lead every Friday. What do you got for us today?
Yes, today I have brought a quote from the movie The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh,
You
good
guys know
movie.
this movie?
Yeah.
It is quite popular, right? So, like, for those who don't know, this movie is based on a true story about a man named Christopher Gardner. It's a story of success where he held onto his belief until the end, despite his difficult reality. So before we hear today's quote, I brought a audio file. 듣고 알아보도록 하겠습니다.
Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right? You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Such a sad
Yes.
movie.
It is obviously, you know, I don't want to give any spoilers, but there is a happy ending.
Yeah, there is a
that's
happy
right.
ending.
But
Yeah.
just the process of getting to that ending.
Yeah, that's right. So, like, today's quote is, you got a dream, you got to protect it.
You
Yes.
got a dream, you got to protect it.
So personally, when I heard this quote, I strongly empathized. I believe that each of us has at least one dream that makes our hearts beat. However, in life, there are many people who are unable to protect their dreams for various reasons. For example, due to lack of money, parents saying, you're not allowed to do that, uncertainty about whether it will work or not, or negative reactions from people around them, like saying, that dream is ridiculous. In other words, it seems that many times our dreams, which make our hearts beat, slowly disappear when they collide with the wall of reality.
Yeah, and a lot of some people I've heard they call it a dream because it's something that it only happens when you're sleeping or unconscious. Like your hopes kind of unrealistic things become a reality only in dreams. And dreams, they get shot down by so many things in real life. That's why you can't really achieve it, right? Which is kind of a sad thing, a very sad thing.
Yeah.
If you come to think of it, right? But I'm sure this is not a mindset that we just need to kind of end on, right? Okay, you do need to go after those dreams, like Christopher Gardner says.
Yeah, that's right. So in Korea we say 현실의 벽 때문에. So because of the reality, but rather because I think it's because ourself. I think oneself. So last week we talked about the topic of human consciousness should create situations related to the mind. If we start thinking about negative reasons such as lack of money, as I just said, parents saying you're not allowed or feeling anxious when trying to achieve dreams, we end up focusing only on the reasons why it cannot be done, and we fail to protect our dreams. So on the other hand, if we turn our gaze towards the positive side and search for reasons why our dreams can come true, it becomes natural to believe that we can protect and achieve them.
Yeah. You got a dream, you got to protect it.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. What's your dream, Steve?
My dream is to become a 천억 자산가.
맞아요.
What is that?
It's like a 10 billion won air or
10
something.
billion won air.
Yeah.
And I even have 6 sports cars in my mind.
Oh, in your mind. I was gonna say.
But I'm gonna make it, manifested for sure.
But Steve, you only have one bottom to put in a car at any one given time. Why do you need 6 sport cars?
Because I like cars.
Because I want one.
Yeah.
있어야죠, right?
근데 does that really what's the purpose? Why do you want to be a billionaire?
Because through making a company, I can help others, make money too, and I really want to make a happy family. With I don't want our family to, have problems with money, and also through what I do, I want to help Korea to be better, 돈이 더 많은. Wealthy country than now.
So there's your dream.
Yeah.
Not just the money.
스티브 완전 큰 이름 되겠네요.
Yeah.
Right? He actually added on a 0 towards his goal. He actually first started as a 1 billion won air, but he added one more 0 while doing Inside
10
Out.
billionaire.
Yeah, that's
10 billion won air.
Yeah.
Right?
Billion won air. That's not a thing. We're almost out of time. Very quickly, Minsu, what's your dream?
To have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I knew it.
Good.
Knew
네.
it.
저 진짜 잘 자고 싶어요 오늘.
Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. However, I hope that everybody just kind of takes some comfort in that little segment there.
네.
Go for your dreams, yo.
Yeah.
Steve, thank you
Thanks,
so
Steve.
much. We'll see you back here next week, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Today's show produced by Kim Yoon, written by Im Soo-jin, hosted by Nam Dong-hwa, hosted by Laura McCluskey.
And hosted by Minsu Shin.
And the writer, it is, of course,
On Friday.
Steve.
Steve, 감사합니다.
You got a dream.
Yeah.
Protect it.
All right, folks, we'll see you back here on Monday.
Yes.
Have a good weekend.
We will indeed. And we want to say goodbye to our producer for just having a vacation.
맞아요.
She'll be back very soon.
Take care,
but
PD님.
we'll look after things for you, PD님. 감사합니다. Final song, 당신과는 천천히 by 장범준. We'll see you on Monday.
왜 주말만 되면 시간이 너무 빨라서 아쉬워 제대로 못 자고 그냥 시간이 똑같이 흘러가기만이라도 좋을 순간만은 천천히 사랑의 꿈에 취해 뒤척이는 밤이라도 당신과 함께 순간만은 천천히
부산을 한 장의 사진에 담는다면 어디로 가야 할까요? 꼬꼬마 시절 이때만큼은 세상을 내려다보며 꿈을 키웠고 용돈을 모아 산 사진기는 아직도 서랍 속에 있습니다. 시간이 흘러 키는 자라고 사진은 어디서든 찍을 수 있는 세상이 되었지만 부산의 진짜